A beacon of light is coming towards you soon. Something that you felt like may never change and that you'd have to accept is going to be changing. You have learned to be content with most things in your life, even though it feels like there's something that's been hanging over your head here. There's going to be a judgment made about a situation. One that has caused a lot of disfortune here, misfortune here, imbalance for you. It's romantically. I feel like this romantic situation has really made you feel pretty shocked and pretty hurt right now, and you find it very hard to function. It wasn't something that you expected to happen, and now you're having a hard time concentrating and you're trying to find the meaning of it. This could have something to do with a very spiritual connection, a very karmic connection, spiritual connection, feeling very connected to this person in a spiritual way. But right now, it's like you feel like you're getting riddles from this situation. But what I'm hearing is that a new balance or a new romantic cycle is coming in. For some of you, this is a new person. For others of you, this is this person that you feel has left you in the cold here, or left you without answers. Strong energy of you guys both circling each other in some ways, but there's perspectives here. It's like you're a twin flame, or you're mirroring each other in terms of your life right now, because everything is showing in twos. This is something that you will be talking to with this new person, or with this person that you feel like you haven't gotten closure with. You'll start to see how similar things are. Either way, Spirit says to bring love into this situation for yourself and for others. There seems to be luck, and they want to tell you that this loved one is safe. If you've been worried about not hearing about them or hearing from them, they are safe and they are okay. But you are both mirroring something. It feels like it's this test. Testing your connection. And it feels like maybe it's too early for this connection to be tested in a way, but it's right on time, is what Spirit's saying. Is like it's better to know now, and it's better to clear the air about something than to wait until things are more invested. It was meant to happen the way it was. Yeah, it's not time yet. So things are put on a pause, or there may be a talk about putting things on pause. Both of you are planners. And both of you like to have control. Both of you are quite organized and clear about what you want. But feelings caught up to both of you within the situation. Fast. And both of you really need to nourish each other. Nourish yourself first. Both of you need to kind of water your own garden right now and nourish, so that you can treat each other with tenderness and care and love. I don't believe that there's been any really nastiness or toxicness, but there could be resentment that could brew or is brewing a bit because of the lack of boundaries and the lack of clear communication about the connection. Both of you have different ways of controlling the connection or controlling how you feel about the situation, but neither one has communicated to each other about that. And it's causing confusion and hurt. This connection is potent. Ancestors are connected to this. But there is some missing pieces, and there's still some information that both of you need to know about each other, so that you can both get on the same page with things and not feel guilty or resentful of each other, or feel guilty for taking the time that you need. for both of you or one of you, there's a lot of things that they need to clear out or make sense of in their life before they continue. The intensity of this connection is real, though. It's not love bombing, but it can't continue unless things are cleared out. There's interference. And there's someone who is a little bit more worried about other people and things of the world than the other. Someone is kind of going headfirst into it, and another person is kind of considering things that are kind of more surface level, maybe more materialistic about status, about how things will look. And it's not even that important to them, of how it will look. But there is remnants of that still that they have to admit to themselves before they can continue with a pure heart with this connection. You're not meant to be hidden. This connection is not meant to be hidden, but this person needs to work through their fears when it comes to that, so that there's no codependency or boundaries or someone feeling like someone's ashamed of the other. And they're not. They're not ashamed of you. You're not ashamed of them. But the way that they're going about it, one person feels like this person is ashamed of them or not good enough. And it's triggering these insecurities. Both of you really want a healthy relationship. You both have seen cycles in your connections with people that you want to break and want to do differently. And you do appreciate each other and you do want to do things differently. But that can't happen unless there is acknowledgement of more healing needing to be done and clear communication at this point. Because both of you have a lot of love for each other, but both of you have become a little bit too reliant on each other too fast in some ways, and the expectations haven't been talked about. So it's learning to be human in the world, but not of it. So recognizing what really matters, how you feel with each other, how connected you are, the values that you do share, and the future that you do want for each other. There may be someone who needs to make amends with other people in their life and let those people go, or make amends with themselves here, or maybe even apologize for someone ghosting right now or not communicating clearly about their fears. Because this person does want the connection, but they feel at home with you. They feel very inspired by you, but they're not used to a connection like that. But they need to make a new path. They're looking at their friends and their parents' relationships and all that, and they're still comparing it. And they have to differentiate those past relationships and the relationships they see around them, and know that it doesn't have to go the same path. They can be a role model, and they can be a trailblazer for a different type of relationship. The fated light and the destined life. Both of you might have had past lives. There's a strong, clear connection here with some type of karmic. It doesn't need to repeat the way it did before. It can work, but it can't repeat the same way that it did before is what's happening. Some doors need to close.